the game.
Hey guys, and welcome to GTLive.
GTLive.
GTLive,
GTLive.
the final live stream.
Sort of.
The final live stream, guys.
The final live stream.
It's been a year and a half, and I can't take Jason anymore.
Chris, just forget about it.
Chris's bad artwork, I can't handle it.
It's become too much. The burden is too heavy
But really,
to carry.
But really, it's Jason. Let's be honest.
Let's
It's
be fair.
hashtag blame Jason. I can't stand his face anymore. It's done. It's over.
It's too pretty.
It's not too pretty. That's certainly not it.
Too radiant. It shines
Nope,
so
none of
brightly.
those. I'm sick of vomiting every day. Literally every day. Great for my waistline. Terrible.
I was about to say,
That's
For my
probably
gag
those
reflex.
you
peep
should get that
Oreos,
looked at.
not
Yeah,
my
that's
face.
those peep Oreos, man.
No, peep Oreos come out the other end. No.
Chris has gotten to be too much of a diva ever since people thought he was cute on that live stream last week where he showed his face. It's all over. His head is just so big. God.
Chris has decided to leave us because he's pursuing a career as a male model.
He's going to become a star.
He's probably going to end up a porn star, as they always do. Jason, who cares what Jason's going to do? Seriously.
Pro Dungeons and Dragons
We've
player.
already talked about
I think
Jason
that's
enough.
it. No, hey guys.
That's it?
Unfortunately,
That's it. Thanks for joining us on the final live stream of GTLive.
how many episodes has it been? Does anybody have a running tally? 200 and some?
Of what?
Of the live streams?
It's
It's a lot.
probably over that because we
was
have
gonna say,
232 videos.
We have 200.
on the
I was gonna say we have
archive
230 plus on archive, and assuming that we're only posting a handful, like a subset of them, it's probably
every 3 of 5, let's say.
right.
That's a
So
lot.
it's pretty close. It's at least over 250. I'd say probably closer
I
to like
think it's
275.
probably- Yeah, I'd say
It's not at
getting close
3.
to 3.
It's getting close, but I don't think it's at 3 yet. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's it.
Yeah.
Done.
Is that your final word on the matter?
You'll be missed, guys. That's my final word.
I'm going to have to rat you out?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to rat him out.
Because you're the realist of
It
this
is.
relationship.
It is the final live stream for the next few weeks.
For now.
For now. Think of it like the first ever GTLive season break or something like that.
Season finale. This is the season
finale. We
Man,
have.
we better like kill off someone or leave it on a cliffhanger.
Ooh, kill off
Let's go.
someone. You were.
Chris!
It was Chris.
It's
It
Chris!
was Chris.
Well, we're gonna kill off someone. It probably will be
It's
Chris.
probably Chris.
But who done it?
Ooh.
You'll find out next time.
On GTLive. No. So the real deal while we're clapping hands and stuff is that we're going to VidCon Europe next week, so we're going to be gone for the rest of this week. Face 5. And then the next 2 weeks after that, we are doing some vacation / film scouting for upcoming projects and stuff like that. It's exciting stuff, but it means that we will be away from the Dear GTLive couch for a few weeks, and it means that while we may have some like special features that go up or other stuff to make sure that you know we're alive and well, the GTLive episodes will be taking a break and coming back April 25th.
Nope.
What?
Nope.
Should be the 26th. I think you guys are flying on the 25th.
We get back at like 10 in the morning though.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
We scheduled
That's
it
not on
so
the
that
calendar
we
for me,
scheduled it so
I'm
we
not-
can
Jet
get
lag
it.
live stream. Yeah.
We will be exhausted and nasty and
It'll be really
tired from a
unpleasant,
flight,
for
but we
sure.
will be so excited to see you guys that we're hopping off the plane and immediately hopping into a live stream.
As long as there's no delay.
As long as there's no delays.
April 25th, we should be back on the couch with you.
Yeah, we are. So VidCon Europe is this week. Starting next week, we're off, or the week after that, we're headed off to India.
What?
Which is pretty
What?
extreme.
Yeah,
and
it's gonna be
also
pretty
South
crazy.
Korea. And
We are literally going around the world. It's
Literally.
pretty crazy.
It
We've
is-
never
we
done
are
that before.
literally circumnavigating the globe. We're starting in LA, flying to Amsterdam, flying to India, flying to Korea, and then flying home.
You had us going around like 3.5 times with
There-
that.
there- it
What
was
are you
one-
doing?
There's a lot of trips.
It's a lot of travel. But anyway, because of weird internet connections, because of just like the difficulty of live streaming
Yeah.
internationally.
It's really hard.
Yeah, it's so just so you know, it's kind of like it's a month break. That's it.
So it's like 3 weeks. It's like a 3-week break.
Yeah, so April 25th.
So consider this our season finale or our mid-season break or whatever you want to call it.
Hey, and you know what? Suck on that, Walking Dead, who can only manage to do like 5 episodes at a time before they're like, oh,
Oh,
we're
so
tired. I can't handle
we're
it
so
anymore. We're gonna take a
tired.
break for 2 months. Oh, you wanted the last part of the season? Here you go.
Come on, man.
Modern TV.
Suck it up.
Suck it up. Learn from the YouTubers. Damn it.
Yeah. So
Jason's gonna be like, yeah, but traditional media is working on their timelines are so hard, and this is no. We put together effing Game Lab in a month. All right, so
Did we?
we put it together in like 2 months, but it was a really intense 2 months. It was a really intense 2 months. It felt like a month.
I have an update for you.
On what?
Oh, an update on what?
So the amount of live streams.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, live stream number.
Yes.
So there are a handful of test streams.
Yes.
But there are 288 events created.
Whoa!
Probably over 280.
Woo!
Woo! 288.
Oh man, that's really intense. Okay.
That's a lot of. We're nowhere close to
That's
that on the number of game
so
theories. And we've
live.
been doing it for 5 years.
Step
so
it
live,
up.
so streaming.
Get good, game theory. Get
Yeah,
good.
seriously.
Speaking of game theory, so anyway, that is what we're talking about when we say that it is the last live stream.
Yes.
It is the last live stream for the next 3 weeks. We will miss you desperately.
Yeah, we will, you guys. You have no idea. Like we will seriously miss you. We will miss this time. We'll miss this couch.
We'll miss Skip.
We'll sort of miss these
We'll
guys
miss Chris,
too.
Jason.
We'll miss Skip mostly.
Jason's giving me all sorts of love. Yeah.
But you will see more streams go up on the GTLive archive channel.
Yes.
That channel is not stopping at all. No breaks, going strong the whole time.
Nor
so
is
you'll be
game
able to catch
theory,
up on
nor is
everything.
film theory.
Yes.
Like we've been working nonstop to make sure that we're already pretty solid for film theory for the rest of the month. Game theory, I'm chugging my way.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Hauling MatPat over the finish line.
We're getting there.
To try and get scripts done there, but that's pretty
Yeah.
close. GTLive, all you people who are like, where is X stream or Y stream? Why was that never uploaded? This is the
it!
time.
This is it,
This
you
is why
guys!
we've been holding on to
Yes!
them. So you'll see a bunch of old streams pop up
Yeah.
that we haven't released on that channel yet.
It's like brand new stuff, except maybe you've seen it before.
Not at all. In fact, it's like months old stuff, but it'll be good because it'll be new to you if you missed it, which
Yeah.
is great.
So that'll all be there. That'll be new. So we will be there for you multiple times a week. What, like three times a week,
We're still
right?
producing a ridiculous amount of videos every. Jason told me at this point we're producing what, like 13 videos a week.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's something insane.
If you add in the partner shows and live streams and the archive live streams.
Yeah, it's
a-
insane.
It's a lot of videos
So,
a week, guys.
so thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being there while we're gone. And we're gonna try and sprinkle in like 1 or 2 extra things. So make sure you check back
Yeah,
with that channel. We're going to experiment. We'll see how it works.
We'll see.
We'll see. Fingers crossed that we get to maybe try out a GT Not Live from somewhere, but it'll all depend on whether we can actually upload the video because video files are huge, and if
Internet
you're in a
connections
hotel,
abroad,
it's really hard.
In hotels,
So,
especially, are tough.
yeah.
VidCon might be a little bit better.
yeah,
So anyway,
we'll try. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out ways that we can kind of like bring you along for the trip or like give you like little snapshots of what we're doing outside of obviously Twitter and Instagram and stuff. But
Yeah.
we're working on it. But as far as like the dedicated live streams, that's not going to happen for a while. But so mark your calendars, April 25th,
We will
4
be
o'clock
back.
p.m. Pacific time. If everything goes according to plan, we'll be back. But with this being our season finale, again, let's go season finale.
Yeah.
With this being our season finale, what perfect timing!
I know. I'm so excited about this.
Like
We couldn't have timed it any better. So season finale, we wanted to celebrate this moment with you guys because this is this whole live stream, this whole thing that started as an experiment for us, and we were like, maybe everyone will hate it. We have no idea how it's gonna go. But the last 280 episodes have been thanks to you guys watching.
Yes, and the GTLive community, which we always say is like the highlight of our, like, theories are fine, but then you do a theory where you put like the wrong character's head inside the wrong armor, and then everyone's like, oh, this theory literally makes, oh, this theory is 100% invalid because you made one small mistake. Visual mistake. Great, thanks. So that's kind of sad and defeating sometimes.
But we love GTLive.
But GTLive, you guys are the best because you guys are really positive. Except for the times when you're like, get good, Matt. But even then, I know you're joking.
That's okay.
And
it's said with love.
My failure as a game player is not really frustrating you. You're just you're giving me like little joking nudges, little pats on the tush to help me forward. Yes, Jason, you have something to say?
Oh, I was just speaking of mistakes. How funny would that be if that box doesn't have in it what you think is in it?
I know, right? If this is not the gold play button, which there is actually a fair chance that it might not be.
Very fair chance.
If this is not the gold play button,
toys.
What? What are you using those
I'm just thinking of how.
Research.
I'm just thinking research. We got another dating sim episode coming. Some weird anime stuff.
Here.
No, I was just thinking of what awkward things could be in a box.
Right?
That you
If this
open
is
on
not the
live
gold
stream.
play button, we're seriously opening this for the first time. So if it's not that, apologies.
What is this?
I'm hoping it is.
Show me.
Oh, this looks fun. Okay.
Show me play button.
This looks
Hold
fun.
it,
This looks funny. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute.
So we crossed 1 million subscribers live on the live stream, which is very appropriate.
Okay.
And it
Oh,
looks
okay.
like
There we go.
got.
Yes.
This looks totally like it.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, you guys.
There we go. Live unboxing
Woo.
of the golden play button. I think. Hopefully.
Boom! Oh, jeez.
Thanks. Here we go.
Yay!
Read us the letter,
So
Steph.
this is what they come with. If you've never seen one of these unboxed before, a lot of people have unboxed them, but you're bigger than Vancouver. You're bigger than Venice.
Suck on that, Vancouver!
You're even bigger than Las Vegas. 1 million. Yes, great.
Suck on that, Vegas.
Counting visitors?
I like
I was gonna say, right? I
no
feel
way.
like Visitor is not bigger than Vegas, actually.
1 million subscribers. Maybe you've imagined that day for a long time, or maybe you never thought you'd grow so big. Either way, not much can match the satisfaction of finding that your creativity, ideas, and voice speak to 1 million people across the globe. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so, yeah.
Wait, what's this? Well, you didn't finish.
I know I didn't finish it. Do you want me to read the whole thing?
We know that being able to touch the lives of so many people is reward enough, but we're incredibly proud of all you've done, so we hope that you'll accept this gold play button as a token of our esteem.
Yay!
With your track record, we suspect that you're only going to keep growing, and we can't wait to see you reach the next milestone, 10 million. Phew, 10 million, man. 10 million is really hard.
That's really big.
It may seem far away, but remember the days when you were excited to have 1,000. You've amazed us. Keep daring, keep dreaming big, and keep creating. You're the inspiration for everything that we do. And this arrived in the mail on our doorstep this morning, and here it is.
Yay!
Woo! Golden play button.
Yeah!
It is.
GTLive.
There you go. It is worth noting that this is the version of the gold play button 3.0.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is like the third
At
version.
this point. So this is the lighter, smaller, cheaper version of the golden play button.
Is it chocolate inside?
Yes.
It is not chocolate inside.
You can only-
I've watched
you
the
can wish.
What's Inside channel, and I know that for a fact.
But did they do version 3?
What version?
This is good, though.
I think they did do
This is
version
awesome.
three.
Yeah, just saying, maybe we
It,
gotta
yeah,
break
it
up
used to
and
have a
see
little
if they
logo
changed
down
things.
here, but that's okay.
Well, it's significantly so. It's interesting, and at this point,
Oh,
I
I
think
can
we
actually lift this
At
one.
this point, we actually have all 3 versions.
Yeah.
So version 1 was the biggest and the heaviest back when there weren't as many channels that had 1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
And so that one, and they customize it with your logo in the corner. It had a different colored yellow button.
Yeah.
Gold button. And then version 2.0, which we got for Film Theory, has like a rose gold
Yeah,
play
it's
button.
like a bit of a lighter gold button.
It's still heavy, it's still very huge, and it still had your customized
Yeah.
logo. But now that so many channels are crossing 1 million subscribers on like a daily basis, YouTube's like, we can't afford this, even though now with the ad rates, who knows? Topical conversation.
Okay.
But They can still afford it. But anyway, they're like, hey, so we're not going to customize them anymore since it took literally like months for people to get them.
Yeah.
So this is the new version, GTLive. Congratulations for surpassing 1 million subscribers. That is us, guys.
Yeah.
That is for all of you watching. Thank you all so much.
You guys. GTLive,
This is
GTLive family.
This
Good
is
work, everybody.
I honestly didn't expect this one.
No, this is so exciting.
This is great.
Did you expect the other ones? Maybe Film Theory.
I was
we were hoping for Film Theory.
I was really determined to continue Game Theory until it crossed 1 million.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, at a certain point, the reason I wanted to continue Game Theory, when I had like my full-time job and stuff,
Yeah.
like part of the motivating factor of keeping it going for a while there was like, I need to get the achievement of getting 1 million. And so, and now here we go.
Oh my gosh, yay!
There it is! Yes!
Woo!
Now all
Okay.
we have to do is get Game Theory to 10 million so we can get that
Oh
one.
boy.
Oh, that's tough. It's almost at 8
Whoa.
though, which is cool.
I know.
All right, so
Okay.
that's the live unboxing.
Here, I think I'll hand this over to that side, maybe.
And
Maybe you can help
it's
Jason.
24 karat
Take it,
gold. Don't drop it, Steph. Don't drop it. Don't know. Just joking. Jokes.
Man, that was
Jokes.
such a good one.
So, what was that? Did you just
Your
do
joke.
something? It's great. It was a
jokes
quality
for
joke.
days.
Jokes for days.
No wonder he hits 1 million subscribers.
Oh, man.
So anyway, no, that's not why.
Come for the humor.
They don't come for the humor. So that's the unboxing. That's like a huge milestone for us. Thank you guys so much for helping us cross 1 million, for getting us to that milestone. And one of the other things that we thought would be a really fun way to kind of round out our final episode, our season finale.
Yeah.
One that is, so special to receive the gold play button, to, wrap things up, to be crossing 8 million subscribers on Game Theory, was to actually take a look back and create a reacting to old videos compilation. One, because, we like it, we know that you guys like it when we react to videos.
Yeah.
And two, because we own the copyrights on those videos, and so no one can crack us down on those. And three, because, it's a nice way to kind of like wrap up the last year and a half of streams.
Yeah, I feel like we can all appreciate where this live stream started and where we are now, and look back and laugh at a few things. Skip.
Skip
He
is
likes
eating-
to chew styrofoam.
He likes to chew
It's a bit
styrofoam,
weird.
so I'm gonna keep it up here. For
Yeah.
him.
Okay. All right.
So that is the plan for today. We're going back looking at old embarrassing moments from the live stream, from Game Theory, all that good stuff. Yes. Probably, I'm sure, knowing these guys, they dug up some old theater videos too.
Oh boy.
And you know what? That's what we're gonna react to together.
Huzzah!
Because this is a time of celebration. This is a time of reflection, and yeah, that's it.
Join us, everyone.
Join us.
And it'll be fun. If you would like to send your impressions of old videos, you can gently troll us during this stream over in the chat. It's already going. You apparently already know how to use it. Smart cookies that you are.
After 288 episodes, I would hope that you do.
They know how to use the chat. Okay.
But you know what? It's just like riding in a plane. You gotta remember how to wear a seatbelt every time.
Place the loose end into the metal buckle.
I do appreciate the Virgin America one that's like, in case you're the 0.001% of the population that has never used a seatbelt.
They also use fun songs.
They do that as well.
Your seat back cushion can be used as an inflatable slide. It's not that, but it's
Wow,
that
my
would be
seat back
really,
cushion can be used as an inflatable
that
slide?
would be really cool, but that's the kind of thing they say.
sweet!
We need to test this out.
Right?
Right?
Yeah! Hey, hashtag GTLive. It's a thing.
You can engage on Twitter using hashtag GTLive.
And,
Do
oh,
it.
so-
Oh man, it's so artsy. So
Man,
artsy.
It's a film strip that says Finn.
Fin.
As though. Good job, Chris. Your artistic sensibilities are on point.
Amazing.
Per usual.
What?
Per usual.
Man, go off and start your porn career, buddy.
God.
Hey, right, hey, let's. Oh, Jason has more
Jason.
stuff to say. What?
I just thought that on Twitter they could send you screen grabs of old cringe-worthy moments
From
from
Game
previous
Theory and Game Theory.
game theories
GT
and
Lives.
live streams.
They
Or,
could
you
do
know,
that.
Pictures of fins. Just
Pictures-
saying.
Pictures of fins?
Or the
Pictures of
Jimmy Buffett song,
fins.
Fins.
Margaritaville?
Oh, come on.
Chris, this is-
what
God.
are you even
Pay no
doing?
attention to it. You can
give
start.
him an inch
You
and he
can
takes
start.
a mile. Look at this guy. Oh, sending pictures of Finn's, guys. It's the Finn
He's
show.
cute, but we worry about him up here a little bit.
Man, you do worry about him up there a little, right? It's all this.
Let's go. Let's do this.
All right, let's react to stuff. I don't know what you guys pulled. I
Okay.
hope the clips are good. What? Is this the first ever stream? Oh man, this is super awkward.
You're just standing there. You're so uncomfortable.
Might have the 30-second delay at this point. So this is gonna be that awkward moment. An awkward moment at the start of every live stream.
Oh yeah, go with it.
We're good. Okay. Ready? Go. Hey! Wow.
Oh no!
Oh, that is
Was
so
that
uncomfortable.
the first stream?
Oh man,
Oh,
that was so
no.
awkward. It's like, how do we know when it's going? How do we
How
know
do we
when
know?
it starts?
How do we know? Did it start? Did it start? Oh
And
man!
I'm just sitting there making faces.
You're like, you're like, it's like you're sitting there and there you can see like the thoughts going through your head. It's like, is someone watching me? I have to go to the bathroom a little bit.
It was really intimidating.
Did I shut off the stove?
It
You're like,
was really intimidating.
I know,
'Cause,
I
It was
know.
the first time that we had ever, like that I'd ever really directly talked to the camera, and I was thinking about all sorts of things, like what if they don't like me? Because I never really did stuff on camera on the channel all that much.
does my
at
hair
that
look
point.
poofy? There's all these questions.
But like, what if you guys don't like me? What if I say something wrong? What if I offend someone? Like,
Yeah, I
what if I
know.
say something and it triggers someone, and then all of a sudden like it becomes an issue, and the drama alert picks it
That's
up?
everything on the internet.
Because when it's a live, yeah, it's everything on the internet. But when it's live, like you can't double check what you say,
That's
right?
true.
There's no filter. Hashtag no filter.
Don't we know it?
There is no filter here, Steph. Just whatever comes into my
So-
head, I say. Like,
so I've
hey, let me
observed
open this
in the
box
last
of
year and a
sex
half.
toys. That's the sort of thing that no filter.
No
is the result
filter.
of.
All right.
Okay, let's continue.
All right. Did you recover?
Actually be talking to everyone who watches the channel
Are you wearing the same shirt today?
I am wearing the same shirt today! Oh, that's hilarious!
Go shopping, you crazy!
You know, that is another. It's funny. Reacting to the live stream and stuff. It's like now that you were on camera like 5 days a week, or at least like 3 days a week at this point.
It's
Steph
like,
and
oh God, I wore that
I-
like 4 days ago. Oh no!
And it's funny too because I have definite shirts that I like cycle through a lot because I like go through phases of like, oh, I like these 3 shirts a lot, and it's like, oh no, I gotta mix it up. That's really funny.
Yeah.
And there's all this pressure always to like, hey, we need to find new shirts and things. So
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that's part of the reason why we're really doubling down on the merch stuff because it gives us just an excuse.
We
to
can
get
wear more things.
Yeah, we can wear more stuff on live.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, hey guys, it's MatPat here, and
They're
thank
blinding.
you so much
happened?
for
you're okay
joining us for our my very first
The hair's on.
live
I like the
stream
hair.
experience
That's
on
not
the
really
Game
It's good.
Theories channel.
It's
At
playful
E3
stuff.
earlier this year, I did a couple of live
Playful.
streams with Rooster Teeth and Twitch,
The
and
rest
had a
is
really
like
good time,
a
but this is the first time.
The helmet, Steph, the helmet hair, make sure it doesn't turn into See, over the live streams, over the course of the live streams, I started to allow myself to go a little bit and like, oh, rage hair. But I mean, this was this was like a first impression.
You
And
were so prim and proper.
I was really nervous. I was so uncomfortable because also like with vloggers and stuff, they're so used to like walking around and just like spewing whatever stuff comes out of their mouth at any
Yeah,
given point
that's
in time.
never been this channel.
I can't tell if that was a joke. It sounded like it was a joke.
Oh no! Like the game theories are all scripted.
No, the game
that
theories are all
that
super
one was the
scripted.
one thing I've said today that's not sarcastic.
But no, it's so true. And so like this moment, it was like, oh my gosh,
Right.
And again, like I said, I'd never done anything on camera, so I'm like, oh man, I think people might not like me as they like game theory MatPat, but they might not like MatPat.
Well, I was also.
Jason, some people don't like Jason in any form, so
Oh.
there you go.
No,
hard to
Asian
believe.
Jason.
It is
pretty
hard
cool.
to believe. Asian Jason was pretty awesome
Pretty
last
cool.
week.
I do remember a lot of people in the chat of this live stream being like, "I've never seen him. That
Right.
wasn't how I thought he would look, or whatever." I do remember that. So you never know.
No,
how
it's
people
true.
are
I'm
gonna react.
actually doing anything like this on the channel, which is wild to think about. A little bit nervous. There's a big learning curve to all of this.
There was,
So
as
if
you can
the
tell
stream
from the
goes
first
down
5 seconds of
or
the
if,
video.
Audio's wonky or whatever.
Audio is
let
kind of
us
wonky.
know.
It is a little bit. It
and
sounds
I'm
like you're in
gonna
a
try
tin
to fix
can.
it in future streams.
Well, this was also because we never anticipated the live stream being as successful as it was. Like, we wanted to try it out,
Right.
but you guys were so receptive to it and so positive about it the whole time that we built it out into something, like actually a lot higher production value. Because at this
true.
point, at this point, like, right, we have, the sound here. Let me pull around and stuff. Like, we have, the sound dampening stuff. We have lights and things like that.
Ah!
We have, the mics and things. But back when we first started, we didn't have any of that because, one, it's really expensive to start that sort of thing.
Yeah, why spend all that money if you don't know if it's gonna go well?
Right, if we're not
so-
gonna, like, I still record in the closet, but
Yeah.
it's like, I was recording in the closet, and we specifically took a room of the house, and, like, let's throw some furniture in here and this and that, and
Well,
just
it was
try
like
it
it
out.
was just a room of the house. We
Yeah.
were like, let's put more video game stuff on the wall. Let's try and
Yeah, it was kind of like an empty room with, like, a couch and a table.
Well, because we had like a space and we were working out of like our house and everything, but we were also like we had just moved there. Most of the house was empty. It felt like we were just like squatters in this place. And so when we put together like this room for the live stream, it was actually one of the first rooms in the house where we were like, oh, this feels like a home now. And we just ended up spending all our time in there because it was
was the one
literally
room in the house.
literally the best room in the house because it was like, oh, this place feels like comfortable.
Comfy,
this is
cozy.
where we want to hang out. And so
We spent a lot of time
yeah,
there.
we just ended up doing everything in there because it was the only place in the house that we really liked. And that like had stuff. We just didn't,
It's true.
I don't know. It was weird. We just were like, oh, great. This is perfect. This is our home now.
But it was one of those things that, like, we're like, hey, let's try it, let's test it out, let's see how people respond.
Yeah.
Because, I was scared because, outside of all those reasons, but also because it was unscripted and you guys come for the theories, which are very scripted, so that was always a concern.
Yeah.
It was actually a concern that my mom had. Not to throw her under the bus or whatever. She's like, how long are you doing this live
When are
stream
you going to
thing
stop
for?
these?
Are you sure you want to keep doing these, Matt? Because, It's like, so I was like, oh, geez, Mom. Because she watched them, and she's like, oh, I want to watch you. But at the same time, she didn't get them, because she was so familiar with, like, the really scripted stuff, the stuff that she doesn't really get game theory either, but she knows, like, that it looks really nice, and that it's really well scripted, and that, the performance of it has a narrative. But the live stream, she's like, you're just people hanging out on the couch playing games.
And we're like, yeah, that's fine.
Like, you don't like it, Mom? She's like, she avoided that question very nicely.
Here, they want
but
us
you
to
could
keep
tell.
watching.
But anyway, so it's funny, like, she's come around at this point, too.
So there you go. It's kind of a work in
You
progress,
also
so
look like
I
you're wearing like a
appreciate your
velvet
patience.
smoking
But
jacket.
the reason for this,
That's
honestly,
improve the
was,
quality of the stream!
game theory is great, and Deadlock is great, and
Deadlock's
film
alright.
theory is awesome. They're super fun formats for me to
fun
work on.
format.
They're I enjoy doing them. You guys seem to enjoy them. But the problem with them is they take a really long time to produce.
Fact!
Yeah,
And
they're
I
right.
don't
True.
get to talk to you guys, right? You don't get to see me or really talk to me and the other people on the channel because everything is so heavily scripted, right? Everything
Yeah,
is so,
it's true.
serious and kind of over the top and like
There's
heavily
something
researched
missing in this
that there's
last
never
one. I
that
just
good
can't put my
feedback
finger
time.
on it.
You were behind the TriCaster.
I just can't figure what
Skip?
is
Is it Skip?
Oh,
Skip,
it must
Skip
be
what's missing?
Skip's like buns
Nice,
on the live
nice
stream.
lighting behind us. Fart
The
behind
fart
us.
wall. Yeah.
Making fun. We still started with a code though.
It's true. We did start
From
with a
day
code.
one, we started with codes on the background. we
It
didn't
took
switch
people like 6 months to
It did.
realize it
People
was a
didn't
code.
realize that it was a thing. And that was
We were like, our fans are fans of like Gravity Falls and
Yeah,
all
let's
these
put in
cool
codes.
places with like codes and secret messages. We're totally gonna do that. It took months. I think we had to tip people off that it was a code.
we had to like, oh, I wonder what that. Yeah.
Huh, I wonder. Yeah.
And
Anyway.
at the time, yes, because Jason wasn't hired. Like Jason was originally
Yeah.
hired on full time with us because of the live stream. Because we're like, hey, we need someone to help us run this and program. If we're doing this every day,
Yeah.
we need someone to help out with the production around this. And so that's where he really got his start.
Yeah.
But
And he was like, you want to do it how many times a week?
yeah. And it was also, and everything I'm saying here is 100% true, which was the channels had gotten to such a big size that I'm like, I want to make sure that you guys know that I'm available to you. And also, like, a lot of people couldn't differentiate between, like, MatPat as a character on Game Theory, the guy who, like, thinks he knows everything, versus, like, MatPat, like, the guy who actually just makes the show.
Now you say you're fans of Gravity Falls. You guys. All right. Keep watching.
But it was nice to have this opportunity to, like, talk, because I was always jealous of, like, the Markipliers of the world who could just, like, sit in front of their, and be like, cry for 15 minutes and be like, guys, I have an issue. Because you can't do that on Game Theory, because Game Theory is such a, like, scripted format where it's a 15-minute story, right? And so it's hard to kind of insert those personal moments. And so that's the other reason the live stream was
I
fun
can
to
just
start.
hang out with you guys and play games and laugh and,
Fact.
you know,
Laugh.
theorize together.
Try to laugh.
Or, you know,
Try
respond
not
to your
to laugh.
questions. Or
Cringe.
Try not
Oh,
to
thank goodness.
cringe.
Thanks for speeding him up.
Oh, God. Yeah. You
Jeez,
just
I go on
drones
I
on
go
and
on.
on.
I still go
You
on forever.
do
I
this.
still
This is what's happening today.
be around 6 p.m. And then maybe, you know, next day 6 p.m. And then next week we'll figure out some stuff.
Oh, we're changing
Oh,
times.
this one we were
I'm going to
experimenting
try to find
with.
the right
Oh, my
time that
God.
works for as many of you as possible.
4 p.m.
And I'm also going to figure out a way to archive the videos, so in case you can't tune in.
GTLive.
Did you live? Yeah.
Million
But
subs.
that being said, you know, it's all kind of just in an attempt to build a connection, have a little bit more
Stop
life.
talking.
Does this guy shut up or what?
So all that being
Oh my
said,
gosh.
today we're talking about probably, you know, obviously an issue all of you care about, which is Five Nights at Freddy's.
Milking it.
First big live stream experience.
Get off the
and
street.
Discussing our biggest videos
Do
on the
something
channel,
different.
Discussing the game franchise.
Like Dark
that
Souls,
has
even
you
though they don't
all
care as much about it.
theorizing nonstop, and that you just
Do
can't get
something
bored
that a
with,
smaller
can't get
subset of your
enough
fan base
of.
cares about.
And you know, that is just.
It's funny.
Oh my
the
God.
the 6 o'clock p.m. thing is actually worth noting, though. It's funny, because we tested a bunch of different times early on, and 4 o'clock was the time that most people were able to join.
Yeah.
It's when most people were like, this works well for me, so that was nice. But YouTube, when they started their, like, primetime initiative, and they were like, we've done immense studies on when the peak time for live streaming is.
Oh.
They're like, oh, and it seems like a lot of people watch live streams during 4 o'clock hour, and we're like,
Yeah.
Our fans.
It's our live stream.
It's when we live stream.
Yeah, YouTube was like, we've done a lot of research into when people watch live streams on YouTube Gaming, and it appears to be 4 o'clock
Every
Pacific
day,
time.
At 4 o'clock every.
And we're like, yeah, we know.
That's us.
That's
Do you realize? And they didn't. They didn't
And
realize.
it never dawned on
they're
anyone.
like-
Never dawned on anyone. And we were like, do we tell them? Do we tell them it's our live stream? The reason that their research points to this is because we're live streaming at that time.
Also, and that's like, because we kept track of like different times of
Oh
day
yeah,
in live stream. And
Jason had this massive
we had a huge
spreadsheet and stuff.
And,
Yeah,
And also, they were also like, we also had this great idea where each day is going to be a different thematic day. And
like we're gonna have guys, we're gonna have Fright Friday, and we're like, oh
scary
my
games
God.
on Friday, and we're like, get your own ideas, YouTube. Come on. Like, are you kidding me? Do you even watch, bro?
I know.
Do you even theorize? So it was just funny
Anyway.
because like after like a year of doing this, then YouTube approaches us and they're like, we're starting our own live stream thing, and this is the plan. And we're like, we've been doing that for anyway.
I know. Anyway.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Look, oh, that's a good screen grab right there, by the way. Like, hey guys, please like it a lot.
Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's is the best, isn't it, right, guys? Isn't it right?
endlessly, you know, discussable.
It's
So
discussable.
It's totally
that's all
discussable.
important. Plus, add to that the fact that this week has been a big week for Scott Kaufman, coming out and saying, first off, no one has solved Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Plus, the fact that
Remember when that
is
was a
everything good?
thing?
Are we good?
no.
Sorry, I'm getting. There's all sorts of hand signals going on.
Oh,
I-
hand
'cause
signals.
I can't see. I see the chat going, and we're going to talk about that.
Oh, I had to man the chat myself
you
too.
That must have gone really badly.
At least I checked Twitter.
No,
Whoa!
you did. I didn't hear a thing about Twitter.
I expected them to know about Twitter. That's really funny. It's also funny because back then too, we weren't sure. Like, we wanted to make it feel more, not professional, but we wanted it to not feel like, we didn't want it to be like disorganized in any way.
Yeah.
And so we were really cautious about like, you know,
Like
Steph or
speaking
Jason.
from off camera
Yeah,
and
people
all
talking
this
from off
stuff.
camera, because it's like, oh, we don't want like people to be upset about that sort of thing, or like it to distract or anything. And so everyone was like gesticulating. Jason actually took the like half day from work to help out
Yeah,
with that
he
one,
did.
right?
Yeah, we went from the shoot.
Can they hear you?
Probably not.
I was gonna say.
We don't want to hear Jason. Gosh.
You can talk.
No, so that day I believe was our Madden shoot down.
Oh, yeah!
You were invited over to Smosh Games to do the
Yep.
Madden shoot, and then after that shoot, you and I
Straight down.
raced right back up to the live stream room
Yeah.
and
Yeah. I had
did
spent
that
the last
first
like,
episode.
48 straight hours trying to put together all the equipment and get the TriCaster up and running.
Yeah.
It would be, he would come back in the room every like 6 hours, and I'd be like, okay, the TriCaster is set up, but it won't run. Okay, the TriCaster will run, but it won't connect to
It
the
was
internet.
so impossible
Have
to
you
And then
figure
it
tried
was
out.
plugging it
and
in?
it would come back in. It would come back in and be
so
like,
hard.
the TriCaster is set up and it'll run and it connects to the internet, but I can't get it to connect to YouTube. And then it was like one thing after another, and so it was like over the course of like 10 hours, we got it to actually function.
Because it's like a less useful computer.
Yeah, it's like
let's be honest,
significantly
the
less functional
TriCaster is a
computer.
less functional computer,
Yeah.
but apparently it's the thing that just people use for live streaming stuff. So that's
feel-
really funny.
Anyway.
Don't feel too bad. The first time we streamed at the YouTube space, they didn't have their TriCaster able to connect to YouTube either. So
We're airing all of YouTube's dirty
We are.
laundry
We're airing all
today.
sorts of YouTube.
How they
They're like,
copied
the
our
TriCaster,
live
how's this
stream
work?
and how their own equipment doesn't connect to YouTube.
Here.
What?
Yeah, their own equipment doesn't. It's so stupid.
Anyway.
Next, what else we got?
God.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh,
no!
no.
No!
Oh no! Oh no! Don't go there! Oh no! Oh no! How did you get away with this? Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that was so bad.
I can't believe that
I forgot how
episode
bad
went
that
out.
Oh, I forgot how bad that was. Oh, I haven't looked at that for so long.
There's no way you could get away with that on the internet today.
Oh.
The internet is a
Oh.
much more sophisticated and cultured place.
Oh, no. Oh, that is so bad. That is so bad. Oh, I am so hot under the collar. Oh my
That
gosh.
was
And not
so
because of the
bad.
pictures that were on screen, because I am so embarrassed that I said okay, like that I did that. That I
Oh,
thought that was
yeah.
a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
Boy. Oh
Ooh.
boy. Wow.
In your defense, the
Oh.
internet was
a
actually
different place.
it was kind of a seedier place at the time. Like the videos that were on YouTube were a lot rawer. They were actually significantly raunchier than they are today. Like the internet has actually toned down quite a bit in the last 5 years, and this was one of the first episodes of Game
Well,
Theory.
and it's
And you did it specifically so that you could have boobs in the thumbnails, clickbait. I remember.
I did. No, it was very specific. I mean, it was one of those things where I'm like, how do I get views to a young YouTube channel that
I thought you were gonna say to a young audience, and I was
To
like,
a-
oh no!
to a young audience.
Oh no!
No, to a young YouTube channel that was doing okay, but I'm like, what is popular on this website right now? And this was back in the day of the boob thumbnails, right? And I'm like, oh, boob thumbnails are a thing.
Yeah.
Let me design a game theory using, that I could legitimately use a boob thumbnail around.
Oh man, DBZ and Games with Van says, shut up, that was one of my favorite episodes. Gunny says, haha, cringe and funny, thanks for
that
that.
was painful.
Oh,
But it was one of those things. Wait,
Matthew, how dare you, says Cassidy Smith. This is why I've been
Well,
avoiding the boob
and-
episode, says insert creative user.
and my theory about it, my like meta theory about it was like, hey, if the show has this one like super clickbaity episode that like rides on this boob trend or whatever and gets people interested in me as a creator and in the show itself, it's doing more good than harm, right? Because one, we're gonna talk. Even though this is clickbaity as heck, we're gonna tackle this topic in as scientific a way as possible, or like let's explore anatomy through the lens of video game poop.
So you make that argument. However, this Saturday, Matthew and I were on an episode of YouTubers React, where we watched an Estonian rapper named Tommy Cash. Brilliant name, by the way. Where his whole thing was doing suggestive music videos. Like, if you are sensitive to that kind of thing, it's seriously like a not safe for work kind of thing. But it has all this suggestive imagery in it, and it's designed to be shocking.
Right.
And our argument in that episode was that
It's on Fine Brothers. It's one of
yeah,
their
it's
most
on
recent
there.
uploads.
It's on there, so go watch it. Because we're there. We don't say much. We just we're like
We're just like watching in stunned silence.
yeah, it's really that the whole time. But our argument is like, no, you shouldn't do that because
True.
like that attracts the wrong audience.
Well,
so
and
we literally just negated that argument like 3 days ago
Well,
on YouTubers React.
But honestly, it's something that I came to learn after the fact. Like, this episode did not perform as well as I thought it would. Like, I thought, like, oh, this is gonna get all the clicks. Oh, and it didn't. Like, it did okay, but it wasn't like gangbusters like I expected it to. It didn't do as well as like the Sonic episode, which came shortly thereafter, and that was really the one that kind of launched the channel. But it was one of those things that, like, one, it didn't do that well, and two, what I learned was the audience for that clickable thumbnail is not the audience that's really going to come back to a lot of different episodes. You know, they were not the people that were really watching for the show. They were watching for other reasons. The other interesting thing about this little boob episode is the fact that you doing game theory is taking me to some weird places. Weird. And I remember, like, this episode, I'm like, oh, I'm going to do a parody of the Can, just, like, listing off names of boobs. So, one, I ran out of, like, boob picture, like, safe for work boob pictures. I felt like I was just doing Google image search, and I was just pulling everything, and I, like, exhausted them all. But two, so that takes you to weird places, like how to pop a human. That's a very dark, very weird place.
Things not to Google.
Things not to Google.
That.
But also, I'm like looking up, what are other nicknames for boobs that I can use for this intro? Oh boy! Let's watch the old intro. Look at this. Yes, my head exploding.
Oh, nice.
This was like intro 2.0, I think.
Was it?
I
Oh yeah.
I
this
did
was-
not know. Oh yeah!
Oh no! What were you
Oh, I
thinking?
forgot that I didn't segue to this. Okay. Hey. Oh, I forgot about that.
We can skip some of this.
Oh
We
yeah,
don't
sure.
need the gist of
No,
what's happening.
we got a good gist of what's going on.
I think
I
think we're
forgot
all
about
set
that.
on that
though.
one.
I forgot that I say because every once in a while I would like, and we do it a lot on film.
I
theory
think
at
we
this
would
point.
censor this at this point.
Oh, I would. Yeah,
we would
this-
totally
this
censor
is
this.
no
We've
bueno.
censored plenty of other
This
stuff.
is no bueno at this point.
Man.
None of this would fly anymore.
We need like a game theory remastered for the early episodes.
No!
Like when Disney does that like
Oh.
50th anniversary edition and they like depixelize everything, except this one would be to further pixelize all those boobs.
Oh my god! Wow.
Oh no, it just goes on and on.
It just goes on, and then I
How?
zoom in on it.
Why are there so many
there's some
tan
bouncy.
lines in-
Welcome to
oh,
Game Theory.
jeez,
Holy
okay.
cow!
A show about theories and games.
That was rough. But no, but it is one of those things that like, whew, man, it keeps going,
It
and it
just
keeps showing more
going.
boobs.
Oh my gosh.
More and more boobs. Oh man, look at all that.
Wow, look at that amazing
I
Photoshop.
just
Oh,
zoomed. I told
jeez.
you.
You just zoom in on them everywhere.
No,
What are you doing?
There's so
You're
many.
comparing them to mountains
just-
now. Oh, jeez. Okay.
It's also
okay.
worth noting that was the first, like, I think that was the first big controversy
Whew.
of game theory, was the boob episode, because
the first controversy. Is it near and dear to your heart?
it's just a memorable one because, you know, as you can imagine, some people, female gamers in particular, were not super thrilled about that episode.
Do you know what I'm most shocked about?
What?
I mean, I was like, our relationship goes way, way back. I was there for all of this.
Yeah.
And before you released it, you showed me this video.
I did show it to you.
You showed me this video, and I was like, you know what? Compared to everything else on the internet, this is nothing. Go for it. I was fine with it. How was I fine with it?
You were fine with it,
I
Steph.
was like, this is fine. Like, you're just using footage from actual video games, like, and the crux of the episode is to, like, examine the physics of this body part. So, okay, sure.
So really, we have you to blame, Steph. We have you to blame.
The final, like,
You were the final clearance.
I was the final clearance. Did I fail? Did I succeed? I don't even know anymore.
You tell us.
I haven't watched this episode in 5 years, and at that point, I was like, again, the internet was a raunchier place. And also, you were over on Screw Attack mainly. You weren't even on YouTube yet for a lot of this stuff.
At that point, I think I was straddling Screw Attack and YouTube.
But you had, like, stuff on Screw Attack. You had, like, Pat the NES Punk. You had, like, these guys who were, like, they were grittier. They were, like, significantly.
Game trailers.
Yeah.
This was on Game Trailers. Also, Game Trailers. So in the early days, you got to figure out how to hack all the systems, right? What I learned was that on Game Trailers, the old website that was, like, known for its game reviews and its top 10s, they allowed users to upload videos, and me looking for an audience, I'm like, let me put it up there and see how I do. And I got front page a couple times, which was amazing. But what I learned was the difference in clickability of an episode with a boob in the thumbnail versus not. And their thumbnails were auto-generated. And so if you had a scandalous image at, like, 7 seconds into the video, that was the frame that they would always grab. And so I learned in those early days, I'm like, oh, I need a scandalous image at 7 seconds that somehow relates to the game but also is kind of like sexy to show, and it worked, right? Like, that was one of the things. But
everyone is blaming me for this episode.
It is.
You
Hashtag
guys,
blame Stephanie.
I didn't make the
blame
episode.
Stephanie.
I was just like, I don't want to inhibit your, like, creative freedom. And again, at this point, it was like a creative project. There was no monetization. There was no one was making money off of this. It was like
they could have. So it's interesting because they could have, but I didn't monetize any video on YouTube until like we were about like close to 1 million subscribers.
It wasn't quite that many. It was like 500,000.
Was it 500,000? Yeah,
but it had been on YouTube for like a year before we monetized anything.
Because I was really concerned about copyright stuff. Because I'm like, oh, I'm using all this video game footage and all these images and this and that. I don't want my video and my channel to get taken down from copyright, so I'm not going to monetize things unless I am 100% sure that I can monetize.
Yeah.
And then like when I and then the first time I joined an MCN, which was at 1 million subscribers, they're like, oh, all those old videos that you didn't monetize, you can monetize them all. It's fine. I'm like, no way. I could have been making money off of all of these, and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was scared about that
It was the early. YouTube was the Wild West. It was the early days.
So we started monetizing things at about 500,000, but it wasn't until 1 million where like the whole back catalog started to like earn money.
Yeah,
I was just doing
it. Was crazy.
I was just doing it as a resume and to build an audience with you guys and build a community and all that stuff.
But we were really excited about views. I remember the first episode that got 15,000 views.
Oh
that was insane. It was like we will never achieve anything greater
incredible.
than this.
It was incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. It was awesome.
Right? It was great. So there you go. Game trailers.
All right, ready to go.
I believe the next one has Nate.
Don't laugh.
Oh, this was our first. This was our like first collab.
Yeah, our
Why
first
did you
guest
bring up Chubby?
appearance on
I
the
did
live
this
stream.
earlier in the week. And
Nate
it was awful.
fantastic.
Yeah, Nate was great. We still get messages about having Nate back, which we are going to be doing.
Oh, please,
Yes,
please do
who
here.
also just launched
Please, I think this will make it all the better.
an album.
Yeah, he
so
just dropped his album.
go support Nate.
Okay, here we go. There's
Oh, the
one.
chubby
Oh,
party. Yes.
no.
Okay, good.
Oh, this
And
is.
there you go.
I now understand why the Tumblrverse has just gone to town with that.
Right, where
moment.
he's just like feeding it to me. It is. It's one of those things that like. To this day, we're like, man, people will still like ship Nate and I all the time. Like,
Yeah,
the
like,
two
what
of
is
us,
this
for some
about,
reason,
man?
We're still like, oh, Nate Pat. There you go. That's
There
why,
it
because
is.
he fed me marshmallows.
There it is.
Also, because he was just a great guest to have on. To Nate's credit, we lived up in the middle of nowhere when this happened, like when we first started the live stream.
Yeah.
And he like spent $50 or whatever on like an Uber.
Oh yeah, he
spent like $50
came
on
all the way
an
out
Uber to come
there.
all the way up to us from his
It was
town.
so far.
It was like he was awesome.
Yeah.
He's such a good guy. Nate is a great guy. I totally ship him. Also, all these Chubby Bunny challenges, never look at marshmallows the same way again. Marshmallows, just eating raw marshmallows lost its luster to me. Hey, Jason, can I have the volume?
That's just absurd.
Where'd that remote go, Home Slice? There it is. Yeah. See, we don't care. Well, welcome.
I think Skip took it.
Welcome to the modern days of the live stream. We don't care. I show the background all the time.
Don't shit. Why did you bring up Chubby? I did this earlier in the week, and it was awful. That's cool. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. Do you want me to feed him to you? Oh, please. Please do. Here. Please. I think this will make it all the better. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to...
It's also funny how
Okay,
slow
here we go.
it is.
There's one for you. Okay, good. And there you go.
So
Who's
much
a big
slower.
boy? There you go. Okay, two more.
Yeah,
Down
this
the
is
head.
a lot more.
Come on. No? You gonna do it with four? No? Okay.
Bring
There
it.
you
Bring it
go.
on.
You
Wow.
can do the last one.
Also worth noting,
poor
my
guy.
hair is delightfully large.
It's so big. It's so long.
So long.
Your amber waves there.
See, everyone else is dyeing their hair different colors. I'm just like progressively shortening my hair from like woodsman pat to actually like decently cut pat.
Yeah, you were lumberjack.
I
Pat.
was
you were
lumber
lumber
pat
for a while.
Lumber pat. Oh, that's
Because
awesome.
I feel like you gotta get all up in there.
You didn't want to go all up in there.
Oh, no, yeah.
Thank you.
Stephanie, you were still missing from the last stream.
I was actually, I
You were
knew
behind the
exactly where I was.
TriCaster.
Jason was actually behind the TriCaster. I was next to the table.
Okay.
It was a crowded room, and Morgan was off camera too.
It's so much slower. The pace of the old live streams, it's just incredible to
Right?
see.
Those moments of silence.
Oh, this is amazing. I'm gonna like puke.
Oh yeah, Morgan does this thing where she snorts when she laughs. All these people snorting and
Right?
when they
a
laugh
lot
on
of
the live
people
stream.
snorting when they laugh.
But Nate's girlfriend, fiance, girlfriend, they're serious. Anyway,
They are serious.
they're serious. Is off camera, but occasionally you can hear her in this live stream snorting when she's laughing.
And so I like lose it as I have a mouthful of marshmallows.
That'd be amazing if you were wearing the same shirt yet again.
Right? Every single live stream is me just wearing the same. It was hard to breathe too. I remember like struggling to breathe that whole time. Those high notes are rough with marshmallows in your throat.
Okay, so...
They're great.
Yeah, I think Nate has like a strategy when he does this.
He did a good shove to the
Yeah,
side.
he really hamstered it.
Pokemon Johto theme song by Nate Wants to Bet.
Oh, and then we collabed on the Pokemon. After
Oh,
this,
that's right.
it prompted Nate and I on his channel to collab on the Pokemon Johto theme song, which we then, which we did, and people liked it. So if you haven't checked out, me and Nate, we have similar tonality, actually. Like it's hard,
Yeah,
to,
it's hard to-
to
it's
tell
hard
when
to
I'm
tell them
actually in
apart.
there, because I'm like, oh, I sound exactly like you.
Okay.
He's got good articulation going.
Right?
Oh, it's going downhill now.
He's also losing him. He's losing him.
They're like slowly emerging.
Like,
They're so-
Chris, you see what you missed before you doing the live streams?
Way too much, apparently.
They were slow.
That's it.
Just yeah, right. Like blooming out of his mouth.
Oh, that was
it's
great.
That was awesome. Nicely done with that one.
Nate was definitely one of the best, one of the best people that we've had on the
Yeah.
live stream. I would say he was delightful.
Yeah.
We're actually when we come back, we already have it on our list to like have him come back on.
Yeah,
'Cause we
we're
missed
excited.
him.
We're excited to have him
I
over.
miss people.
I know,
We've
right?
just been busy.
Ready?
Keep going.
Strap into your DeLorean and accelerate.
Oh, this is the first
Oh,
episode.
this is the first
This is
episode.
the first game
Yay!
theory.
In about time travel.
Time travel.
Yeah, Chrono.
Man, also worth noting, I remember every single one of those effects. Like, I poured my heart and soul into every single one of those effects.
I love that the first ever image of game theory is a zucchini
It is.
seat belted into a car.
That is the first ever image of game theory.
not
Zucchini in a car.
It's not a bad representation.
Strap it.
honestly.
My strategy. It's not a bad representation. My strategy in those days was like, I needed so many images and I wanted as many visual jokes as possible. So every time I would just edit in, I would like in Google image search, I'd be like, seatbelt funny, you know, time travel funny, sexy girl funny, cute girl funny. Like everything ended with funny.
Yeah, you're typing that in for game theory.
Everything. Game theory, funny. Nothing shows up. Nothing. No, but I remember, and I was like, oh, how do I make it twist in and this and that? This was also in the days where I used copyright unfriendly music. So when we re-upload this, we gotta be careful with that. Because, yeah, in the early days, I'm like, oh, I need an appropriate musical theme to start off each episode. It gets people in the right mindset of like whatever the topic of the day is. So I'm like, oh, we could do Back in Time by Huey. And so I just picked whatever my favorite songs were that related to the topic, and I would do it. It was fun.
Here's one. I have something for you that we can react to briefly. Oh, good. It's already on the screen. So
look at that hair! I couldn't afford haircuts.
I was
okay?
going to say, how did you afford the headshot if you didn't afford a haircut,
When
man?
you were in theater, you find a way, Steph. You have to. The headshot is a necessity. The haircut was part of the character. Man, I don't even know what I was trying to do. What was I doing? Look at my hair.
These were the last headshots that Matthew had done in theater, as I recall.
Yeah.
And it looks like you have.
I'm
like,
smoldering. Look at how smoldering.
You
I am.
have like an animal on your head.
It's like a dead
I know. There's like a chinchilla
That's wet
up
dog,
there.
not smoldering.
It is a wet dog. It is a wet
You're
dog
like,
on my head. It's like a poodle. It's like a wet poodle. I had rage hair before I even had rage hair.
Right?
You know what though? To my credit, I was also wearing my like giant oversized leather jacket.
Oh yeah,
in
that leather
one.
jacket was like 8 times too big. It's like an extra large.
It's an extra large leather jacket, but it was the one that I had and it was just heavy. I still have that sweater. You'll see it on live stream every once in a while, but it frames my face so well.
Yep.
Man, no wonder, like, so before I left, because I worked fairly consistently in theater, like, I was stringing together a lot of shows, but I remember, as I was kind of leaving theater, there was, like, 1 or 2 final things that I submitted for, and, like, with this, like, one professional guy who was like, oh, he's gonna give you all the input on your package and this and that. And I sent it in, and I'm like, here's, some songs that I've done, here's my headshots, whatever. And he wrote me back this, like, scathing email that, like, really hurt at the time, where it was, like, where he was literally like, don't you ever show these to anybody. You have no, like, don't bother me until you figure out what your brand is and what, like, image you're trying to communicate to potential, like, casting people. Like, just ripped it, like, it was this just brutal email. And after me working in theater for so long, this was like one of the last things I was doing to see like, oh, is there anything left for me in this industry? And it was tough.
Yeah.
It was like it hurt. But now looking back, I actually get what he was saying, because if you look at that image, and you also look at the other headshot, I don't know if anyone submitted it. But if you look at the other headshot, which is me in like a red like button-down shirt with like an open neck and like my hair slicked back,
it's super weird.
It's really weird, and I get it. Because if you were to submit that to a casting guy, like, they would have no clue what demographic you're looking for, like, what style you are. Like, I didn't have any sense of style, so I get it. But I remember at the time, like, I just wasn't mature enough as a performer to have gotten it.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, and he's also like, oh, and your song sucks. I'm like, oh, jeez.
Your song was fine.
I thought my song was pretty good. It's like, the quality sucks. But it was really hurtful, and I remember that. But now
it's a tough business.
It is, and that's the problem with it. So anyway,
I mean, all the girls in the business are getting told that they're just too fat all the time. It's like you have to picture like stuff like that.
Right.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to Game Theory.
Game Theory.
I don't know when I changed the cadence. I don't know when or why I changed the cadence of it. Game Theory. Gaming's tangential learning experience.
Gaming's
tangential learning experience. Yes.
Through these videos, we hope
those videos.
High five.
Look, every single one has to be a visual punch.
Games, while sparking some interest
Sparking.
in new real-world
New
topics.
real-world topics.
On this...
Oh, look at that great Photoshop.
That's
the other headshot.
That's the other
It's my
headshot
other
image.
Headshot. It came back.
You look, oh my gosh, you look like you belong in a WB series that's about like some supernatural thing where you're like a vampire, or maybe you turn into a werewolf. You might be a witch hunter.
Hey,
Like,
that's good.
I think that's what you're emoting there.
Look at that smolder, Steph.
I might be a vampire
So
on a CW series. Oh man.
So much
Oh,
smolder.
man.
I did though. Every single one, I'm like, it has to be a visual pun. It has to be a visual pun. It has to be a visual pun.
Inaugural episode, we'll be looking at one of my all-time favorite RPGs.
Look at that. Look
Chrono
at
Trigger,
these sweet
and
graphics.
analyzing what, if anything,
I added that arrow. Can you tell? I added that arrow.
That was amazing. Good
Right?
work.
That's-
Good work,
It's
buddy.
pretty legit, Steph. Pretty legit. This is like multiple layers. And again, I'm working with like generic video editing software. And so like I only had the basic level of transitions and only 2 layers to work with. So this is your 2 layers. One is the disc. One is the image where I added in like an arrow, and it literally took me like 4 times to like get the arrow into the right position. So
Great.
there you go. Whoops. Ah, poop. There we go.
game can teach us about its core gameplay mechanic, time
See,
travel.
core, you get it?
We'll start off
core.
by looking
We'll start off, Stephanie.
Oh,
We'll
no!
start off.
Oh.
Brilliant!
I remember.
Brilliant!
first method of
Lulls
time
the
travel.
jokes. And then there were the ones where I'm like, I don't know what visuals I should use. And this is one of those screens where it's like, first. Like I'm using Method Man. I had no clue
Yeah,
what like
where does
Method
that
Man
even
was.
come from? God.
But I'm like, this is one of the images that showed up, and I need something to put there.
Used in the game. The adventure kicks off with a
Oh,
science
it's still so
experiment
slow
gone wrong.
and stilted.
Take one teleportation pod, throw in a magical pendant,
Ooh.
and bada bing bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom!
Bada bing, bada
Like torn
boom!
the time-space continuum.
Oh,
the
man.
characters eventually refer to these fourth dimension portals as
As
time
time gates.
But is it fact or fiction? Are there any real-world equivalents to these phenomena?
Wow.
Well. I loved well puns. In the early days, if you go back and watch the early episodes of Game, I'm like, well puns are totally my thing. I'm going all in on the
You're
well
gonna build
puns.
your brand on,
On
the
the
well
well
puns.
Like, when I think game theory, I think well puns. It was! And every single one, I'm like, where's my well pun? There were certain things that I tried to work into every episode, too, to make it into a recurring joke. Well puns was one, and butt jokes, or like butt transitions where I
Oh.
showed a butt. That
Oh,
was
I know.
absolutely one. Every single time.
Here, briefly, let's finish this one, and then I think we can finish out with a couple from Twitter,
Square,
too.
Chrono's developer, knows what they were talking about because, believe it or not, there have been reports of real-world time gates. They're officially
Look,
called...
I photoshopped that one together, too. Can you
I
tell?
can't even tell.
Can you tell?
It
That
looks
was totally
so
me.
natural.
I totally put those 2 together. I know, right? Jason is blown
Man,
away.
man.
Jason is like so
time
impressed.
Slips.
See, time slips, Steph. I added a
Paranormal
banana.
events where a group of people travel through time via some
Lost.
unknown, accidental, or mystical way.
Oh, look! Didn't even crop out the little line left over from the image on the bottom. Yeah, buddy. Sexy.
Reports are...
Skip.
Well, I'll let
Skip's
you
destroying
be the
everything
judge.
off camera.
It's also really
Now
funny
is
how
not the
short
time
these
to
are.
talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
String theory. We'll save that for
Everything
when we
was
talk
so
about
short
Kirby's
then.
epic yarn.
Ah, I made a joke about string theory puns.
Oh,
For a really long time after that, I got people being like, "Where's the Kirby's Epic Yarn one on string theory?" I'm like, "It was
Whoops.
it was a joke, guys.
That's it.
That was the joke." And see, there was a drum, there was a rim shot, and laughter afterward.
Yeah.
That was for the lulls. I did do an episode.
Now it's time for my final thought. To this day, I love
We
Chrono
agonized
Trigger.
over this,
The time
'cause
mechanic
you wanted
is
to-
ingenious.
You wanted to model it after Jerry Springer's final thought, where,
I've never
where
watched
the
an episode of Jerry
silliness
Springer.
comes together and is distilled down to a droplet of wisdom that you can take away from each Jerry Springer episode. And so that was what MatPat's final thought was supposed to be. And then once we were over on YouTube, you saw that retention just went like this every time MatPat's final thought started.
It's true. Like I said, I've never seen an episode of Jerry Springer, but I knew that he had a segment at the end of every episode where he like summarized what happened. So that logo, the fonts, the triangle, all of that is inspired and like, you know, a direct parody of Jerry Springer's final thought logo. But yeah, I wanted there to be a clear moment in the episode where it's like, oh, this is the takeaway. This is the like summary of what you learned. This is what you know. This is why this was beneficial for you to know. But yeah, YouTube analytics showed me that no one cares. As soon as that thing flashed up on screen, as soon as I'm like, and now it's time for MatPat's Final. Boo! Everyone's like, next video. Show me more boobs. Hot to the boob thumbnail. So yeah, that was MatPat's final thought. Yes, Jason, you have something to say?
I just wanted to point out that Steph was yawning just hearing you talk about the final thoughts.
Thanks.
So that's
Thanks.
probably why retention time just like fell right off.
Jason,
I just wanted to throw that out there for you.
The final thoughts were compelling summaries. Thanks a lot. Yeah, let's continue through my final thoughts, shall we?
Oh
We
my
can suffer
God.
through it.
Brilliantly implemented. The story is
the numbers
epic,
on the
and
stream are
worlds we
plummeting.
explore are
Right?
all
It's just like old times,
God.
guys. Just like old times.
that, we've seen today that it definitely provides a fairly accurate portrayal of time travel as it's currently envisioned. But here's the take-home question. Is it possible?
Yeah, this is
Will we
pretty
be
rough.
able to fly to the past to save our
I see why
prehistoric
this-
ancestors or
this
jump
is-
forward
this
to
is
fight in
painful.
post-apocalyptic futures? The answer to that comes in two parts.
Oh, two
not,
parts! The
and
answer should never come in
maybe,
two
parts.
But probably not. It's
Oh.
currently unknown if
That's my favorite part.
Right? Yes, and then probably.
Yes,
The answer
maybe.
comes in two
No.
parts. No
No.
one cares about a philosophical
Maybe.
discussion at the end of your video, Matt.
No.
Just come to a damn conclusion. That's what I learned. I learned that no one wants a maybe answer. It has to, and everyone's like,
You
"Oh,
gotta
you're so,
come down on a
you're
side.
so yeah, you do. You're so sure about your theories, this and that." It's like, no, but it's more fun if you come down on a side and then
Yeah.
the comments debate it. Like that's what I learned from doing this is that like, hey, if you wishy-wash your way at the end, no one cares, and nor should they.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, if you have a like, this is what it is, and then everyone debunks you, and great, awesome. It's supposed to prompt discussion.
Backwards time travel is possible. Just look at the grandfather paradox.
Oh, time
and
travel
you'll see
cat.
Just one of many of its complications.
I used a lot of
Stephen
cat
Hawking,
memes, too. That was
the famous
another one.
theoretical physicist, said it best. If travel to the past is possible, then where are all the tourists from the future? It's either that it's
That's a
not
good question,
possible, or we live in a time that no one wants
legitimately, the time travel question of like, where's all the tourists from the future? It's a
true.
good question.
to visit.
true.
So seeing dinosaurs
So,
or
get it? It
visiting
was a
King
joke.
Arthur's court probably won't be
Bad,
happening without
bad
going to
joke.
a museum. But that doesn't rule out time travel.
It's
completely.
still going on!
Wow,
Theory
your
of
final
relativity
thought is
showed the
longer
world a
than the
possible
actual
doorway
video.
to the future, and some small-scale experiments have
Look, small scale. And
Oh, no! Oh,
I love the
no.
visual puns. They're amazing.
actually verified that velocity-based time travel is possible.
Oh
In
my
short, there's a
God.
lot of
I also learned early on like how to
And
pace
I
out the
love
images.
science. Jeez.
I learned how to pace out the images too, because in the early episodes, like I just flew through them all.
They
And so
were
like I would
almost
flash
too
this up,
fast.
and you're not gonna get the visual joke because someone has to read it. So I figured out how like when you speed it up versus when you kind of elongate it.
complicated theories, and we're a long way off technologically, but who knows what tomorrow may bring. I mean,
Look at this new
Easy.
3D tech. Old 3D tech, new 3D. Like, this is
Oh.
new 3D tech from like 5-6 years ago. We are so far away.
you don't find the time machine in the
Skip,
game
you
until
are
the
gonna
year
get into some big
2300,
time
so
trouble.
we have a while to wait.
Oh no.
Wait, Skip is clapping.
Oh, no.
Hold up.
Oh, no.
Hold up, let's.
Oh no.
Oh,
Never
oh,
mind.
he
Never
avoided
mind.
it, never
Okay.
mind.
Never mind.
He had a second thought about not
he was
jumping
going
into the box.
straight into that box. Okay.
Yeah.
But then again, the world was supposed to end in 1999.
Ah.
But hey, that's just a theory, a game theory.
Aw.
Thanks. And also, like, I'm glad that they cut it there, because at that point I would have to apologize to headphone users because the music suddenly, like, spikes up at the end because I didn't
Yeah.
know how to normalize audio. Thanks, Skip.
Thanks, Skip.
Thank you, buddy. And also...
Good work. Good work.
Also, back then I had credits, and so I would, like, thank all
Oh.
these people, and, like, no one cared about the credits
I was your
either.
consultant.
You were my
Yes.
consultant. It was exciting.
That was good.
Oh, that was fun.
That was fun. Here, we can show the other headshot from Twitter. Yeah, there
yeah,
it
look,
is.
smolder, Steph. Look at that
Gold.
smolder.
Gold.
Look at that. Oh, I had that little like half smile going on.
You had like, you had like a gallon of gel in your hair. That
These couldn't be tamed, Steph. The locks couldn't be tamed.
you could break a chair with that.
It was really crispy and solid.
Yeah.
I used to wear my hair very crispy and solid. How would you not want to cast that, Steph? I'm a fiery red and a cool neutral blue. I covered the whole spectrum. I don't know what that guy was talking about.
You were amazing.
I covered
You were
the whole
clearly
the whole
amazing.
spectrum.
Clearly amazing.
Literally the whole spectrum.
Do we have one more exciting thing for this stream?
It's all exciting, Steph.
No, one more specific exciting thing for this stream.
I don't know, Jason. Is there a good one to end on?
No, not these.
What?
Previews of upcoming attractions.
Oh! Yeah,
Hello.
that's right.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
So we have something really exciting.
Yes, thank you. I forgot
Really
about that.
exciting.
I'm
like,
exciting.
come on. Not cringy.
This stuff.
I'll have you know, the foundations of game theory are pretty exciting, okay? So bad. So bad.
Okay. So we will be away for the next 3 weeks. If you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, GTLive is on our season break until April 25th. Mark your calendars, 4 p.m. Pacific time. Be here.
For our triumphant return.
Our triumphant return. In the meantime, we're doing a whole bunch of traveling. We're going to try and do as much stuff for you guys as we can while we're gone. But we have one really exciting thing that's going to be premiering on this very channel this week.
Yeah, in 2 days, 3 days?
Yes. And
on
it's
Thursday.
totally different. It's totally different.
So, and this goes back to, this is really exciting to tell you. So I'm glad that, like, we've taken a look back. We've taken a look forward, or we've taken a look back at old game theory. We've taken a look at the present where, hey, we just crossed 1 million subscribers on GTLive. But it's also worth noting that, like, one of the things that we're really excited about is what's coming up next, right?
Yes.
And so the next thing that's coming up on Thursday is something that we're really excited about. We hope you're excited about. But basically, remember in December, I like hinted at some big project that was going to come up in it like around Christmas, and it's coming around Christmas. I can't tell you guys about it.
Oh, we're so excited.
Well, I couldn't tell you guys about it, but it obviously didn't happen around Christmas. You did not miss anything. Don't worry. Nor did it happen in January or February or March. This whole time, we have been working on uploading it.
Yes.
Literally, no joke.
We have been uploading this video for 3 months.
Yeah, literally 3 months. We have had to work with YouTube specifically to get them to program in special abilities on YouTube to make this happen.
Yes.
But basically, because what we learned from doing this is that YouTube has an upper size limit as far as files.
Who knew?
So it's 120 gigabytes. This is a two-part series. Oh, it's always 2 parts. Yeah, it had to be 2 parts.
No,
Because,
I was. That was a giggle of excitement.
no, but I was responding like the internet. This is a 2-part series that is literally each half of it is like 500 plus gigabytes. In size.
Gigabytes.
500 gigabytes in size. So the whole thing is like a terabyte.
We had to work with Google's engineering team to even get it
program
anywhere.
And so it literally took us 3 months of just like trial and error and working with them and getting special things like programmed in and this and that to make it happen.
Yes.
And it is finally here. So
Yes.
what this is.
That's the right one, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it. That's
this
it. Yep.
What this is the first, or one of the first ever 8K videos online. First off, so it's 8K. It's not 4K. It's not 8K. It's 8K.
It's 8K.
It is 8K, which is part of the reason why it's enormous.
Yeah.
Granted, I know that not a lot of you are gonna have 8K, but
that's
like,
okay.
No one really. I don't even have. No one has 8K, but
Yeah, just
at
wait,
some point.
it's fine.
But also, it's 8K 360. Because YouTube was really happy with how you guys responded when it came to Game Lab and 360. So this is, and let me just make this clear. This is for everyone. It's,
Yes,
you know,
there's
publicly,
no
paywalls
no
or
paying. This is
nothing.
not YouTube Red. This is just a project that we were
did.
super passionate and excited about. And it's a 360 video, but it's different because most 360 videos are short, and we're specifically doing this as an experiment to see, you know, hey, we want to take you guys on an experience in 360, and it's all about gaming, and it's about learning through being there. And so we are so excited about it.
Yeah, so it's basically like the travel show for gamers, right? And the reason why we wanted to do it in 360 in part was because a lot of you watching might not be able to go visit like places like Japan or India or wherever the show heads to.
Yeah.
And so if we could do it in 360, you could be there alongside us and
Literally
be in
see exactly the same
and
thing.
and in 8K, it's better than your eye can see. So
Yeah.
like you are literally right there. So here is the trailer.
Yeah.
You guys watching right now are literally the first people to see this.
No one has ever seen this
So
trailer.
here it is. This is what's launching on Thursday.
Yeah.
For all
Yeah,
of you.
and we haven't made that clear actually. The full episode is coming out on Thursday.
Yeah.
It's going to be on this channel. It's on the Game Theaters channel. It's here. It'll be here on Thursday.
And then part 2 of that, because it's got to be a 2-parter, just size limits.
Yeah.
And also because it's just a really long video, is going up on Thursday after. So this week and then next week. Okay, so here it is.
Yeah,
This is
okay.
it. Brrr.
Go.
My name is MatPat, and I use video games, movies, and TV to teach millions of viewers about science, history, and the world around them. And over the last 6 years, we've had some pretty wild adventures. But now I'm ready for the wildest yet. It's time to go global. Welcome to the Global Gamer. Gaming today is an international language, bigger than literally every other type of pop culture. From Japan's arcade scene to the thriving esports of South Korea, or even the FIFA craze in Brazil, what we play and how we play it is fundamentally tied to our cultural backgrounds. And it's my goal with this series to help viewers understand other cultures through the ways other parts of the world game, all while doing my best to adapt to my new surroundings. And that is our quest. But enough talk, it's time to explore.
Woo!
Yeah.
So that is the secret project that we've been working on for, months now at this point. So that's coming up on Thursday.
Yep.
And we're really excited about it.
Yeah.
It's a big experiment. It might not work. We're
Sure.
really proud of how it turned out. But, on the first 2 episodes, you'll see me doing stuff like, so the first 2 episodes are in Japan.
Yeah.
And basically what happens is I go to like an ancient temple and learn about that, and you guys are with us. We go to a kendo. I train with like a top kendo master.
We learn how to. Oh, hey, Skip. we learn about everything from Japanese fishing to kendo to Harajuku fashion, which is that like crazy kawaii fashion.
I fail at catching a fish and horrendously embarrass myself like a little girly man.
Oh, we embarrassed ourselves everywhere.
It is bad.
Everywhere.
And then we also have like some top Japanese YouTubers as a part of it.
Yes, we have like these special guests who
I get
are
a makeover.
amazing.
We go to this underground restaurant that's full of robots, and
Yeah.
the other thing, like again, I'm so excited about doing it in 360 because you get to sit there right beside me, right? So like, Stephanie's here, I'm here, and like you're in the middle. And, you're watching our reactions, but then you're also able to watch the show with us, and you like just how incredible it is to be in these places.
Yeah.
So that is coming up on Thursday. That is kind of like one of the new things that we're trying out. So let us know how you like it.
And
Hopefully you do. Like, it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
And
it was a ton of work.
Sometimes you gotta just try out stuff.
Yeah, check it out. If you've got a headset, it's a lot easier.
It's amazing to watch in the
it's
headsets.
really great to watch in a headset. Even like a little $5 Google Cardboard or whatever. Yeah, not even.
But if you
can, that's great. But if not, your phone will do it, and you can like look around in 360. We'll leave instructions in the description of the video, like how to use 360 video again and all that stuff. That's totally cool. But tell us what you think. Like we said, it's an experiment, right? It's very experimental. No one has ever done this before, and we wanted to share it with you guys since you guys are really awesome, and hopefully you like it too.
Yeah, we wanted to test it out. We wanted to pioneer some new technology. We wanted to do it for you guys and bring you along with us on this cool kind of like world tour, because travel is really awesome and the world's a really cool place. But it's expensive and it's hard to do a lot of times. So if you can be a part of that with us, alongside us, like that's pretty sweet. So,
and Google helped us do it. So if you like it, watch it, and and tell Google, tell people that you liked it, because they helped us out a lot with it.
So that's Thursday. But like I said, even though we as GTLive is on a hiatus up until April 25th. There's new game theories going up every week. All the scripts are pretty much written. There's new film theories going up every week. All those episodes are being worked on by the editors. There's new there's a mix of old and new stuff going up on GTLive.
Yep.
So keep an eye out on the archive channel.
Yeah.
And we'll be back. And to anyone who's at VidCon EU, I am so excited to see you guys later this week.
We'll be
so
there.
Excited.
We're leaving in like 4 hours.
Yeah, we're
so
literally
we have to go.
Yeah, we're literally leaving in 4 hours. So we have to go finish packing up everything. So that's it.
Yep. That's it.
That's it for now. So thank you guys so much for 288 episodes with a very few minimal breaks in between. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the 1 million subscribers. This community is phenomenal. I am so proud of each and every one of you every single day. The GTLive viewers just blow me away all the time with your fan art and your theories and the love that you show each other. So thank you guys so much for your support of each other, for your support of us as creators, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we'll see you in a couple weeks for our triumphant return party. So get ready. There will be fan art and cake.
Mark it on your calendars.
Yeah.
April 25th is when we're back. And that's it. So thank you to you guys. Thank you to Jason and Chris. They get a little bit of a break, which is nice for them. Yeah. We could crack the whip, make sure that
A break?
I mean,
They're like, we just got to pick up the slack for you now. God.
That is true. So anyway, that's it. Check out Global Gamer on Thursday.
On this channel.
And that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, that's just a stream. A live stream. Thank you for cringing and remembering and laughing along with us.
Let's say goodbye in the chat.
We'll see you April 25th.
Cohen Tony says bye.
Okay. Jennifer Milena Nunez says bye and have a great trip. Thank you.
Jacques Boo says bye.
Emily Schaefer says bye.
Dreme Girl 6000 says we're going to miss you. Bye.
Undertale Theorist says safe travels. Thank you. Always.
Andre almost says see ya.
Black holes don't